Just sign there, and I can take care of everything. I can't wait to see Gordon's expression when I turn up for the board meeting. Thanks, Mother. It's all in good hands. It's hardly worth watching.
No. Hello, darling.
Hi. You can take over. I'm heading for bed.
Won't be long out of bed myself.
Well, don't tell me you actually did a day's work.
Good night, Wayne.
Good night, Mother.
Night, darling.
Stay up too late.
Well, you mind if I went up straight away?
Oh, stay for a while. I'd like to have a chat.
Sure.
Do you know what I would like to do tomorrow? Go out. I feel as if I've lost touch with what's going on.
See?
What have you been up to? You haven't talked about yourself for ages.
Oh, you know Jill's down here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she's come down to stay. I got a flat for her over in Elstonwick.
Oh, good.
You know, that's down Brighton Road through St Kilda Junction.
Yes, I know where it is. What was that movie Wayne was watching?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to help her fix up the place. Could be really great with a bit of work.
I really ought to do something about this place.
Don't worry about it just yet. At least you made a start.
Don't think I'd like to live in the whole house. It's too big. It's too big. You're tired. You had a hard day.
Yeah, pretty exhausting. Mind if I hit the sack?
No, of course not. Might go to bed as well. Feeling a bit tired.
Coming upstairs. Susie will put you to bed.
That was a nice little chat, wasn't it?
I should see your dad with Davy. I've never heard him sing before.
Thought he was supposed to be putting him to sleep.
Oh, he is? Well, why aren't you helping your mum with the dishes?
She said I'd done enough work.
Oh.
Hey, what do you got there?
Oh, nothing
No,
much.
come on, show me.
It's the photos from the session yesterday. I've got to choose which one I want to use in the composite.
Hey.
It's a lovely night out there. You should get a lung full of fresh air. You got a few pictures, eh?
Yeah.
Well, that was quick. Yeah. Well, they're jolly good. Paid off giving you my list, eh? Hope you got a good deal.
Yeah, I was really surprised. Thanks.
Oh, you really take a good photo, my girl. What do you think about him, young fella?
They're terrific. You look like a professional. It's more than I can say for myself.
Oh, no, you stop that.
Oh, I saw Victor out the front. He's got that application form for the bank all ready for you. Why don't you pop in and pick it up?
Hell, I guess there's not much choice left.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we go to the cricket tomorrow? Well, just us. Cheer you up.
That's a great idea. As long as we take our own lunch.
Go on, you know what Dad's like.
Okay.
There's nothing like a good game of cricket. The boys used to be good at it, you know.
Oh, you reckon? I've seen them play.
Oh, no. Young John had the makings of a jolly good bowler when he was at school. I don't suppose he bowlers now.
Gave her a couple of pills. She's sleeping now.
I don't know where I am, Susie. One minute she's okay, the next... It's like now. I don't know whether she understands what you say to her half the time.
I thought she was getting better, but she seems to have gone the other way. The doctor will probably bump up her prescription again.
Any idea why she keeps going up and down?
The best to me was the few days after she saw her sister. She seemed really positive. Now, she spends half the time looking at those old photos. She tries to do it when no one's around, but I've caught her out a few times.
What are they of?
Old family stuff, I suppose. There's one that really upsets her, of a young man.
Dad?
Someone in an Air Force uniform.
Where is it?
It's in her room. You want to see it?
What about her?
She'll be dead to the wall by now. Won't be a minute. Whoever he is, she doesn't like him.
How do you know?
I asked her about him the other day. A few things she did mumble weren't too flattering. I better put it back. Don't want her missing it.
I want to keep it.
She'll go through the roof if she finds it's gone.
You can bluff her. Say she must have lost it or something. She's been so forgetful lately, you shouldn't have any worries. It's important, Suze.
Something going on I don't know about?
It's a bit hard to talk about right now. It is important, honest.
Well, don't say I never clean up the shed.
Thanks, love.
Shouldn't you and Lynn be off to the cricket?
Yeah, as soon as she gets off the phone.
David.
Sorry.
Oh, John called. He's dropping by in his lunch hour to see you.
What for?
No idea. He just rang to make sure you'd be home. Be good for you two to have a day out together.
Yeah.
That was Drew. Oh, Drew Stafford.
Oh, the photographer.
Like another job.
No, he's having a barbecue lunch at his place. He's asked me to go.
Oh, yeah?
There'll be some really good contacts there, and clients, you know.
Oh, well, I suppose you can't miss it. I'll go to the cricket by myself.
Oh, no, he didn't just invite me. It's for you, too.
Well, I don't reckon I'd enjoy it.
Oh, please come. I'd really like you to be there. If you don't mind missing out on the cricket, that is.
Okay.
Oh, thanks. I'll get changed.
You're doing the right thing, love.
Well, at least there should be plenty of food there.
Bit of good food always does wonders, I say.
Especially if it's yours, Rosie.
Get 'em as full as googs and you won't hear too many complaints. They're for this afternoon.
Oh.
All right, one each. You reckon having it here is going to help, do you?
Oh, it'll certainly make them more relaxed.
Hopefully, explaining the situation carefully should get me a conference vote. If not, I'm out of my ear.
Oh, I doubt that'll happen.
Well, was supposed to wait a while longer, but can't see why you shouldn't have it now. It's from Mrs. Armstrong.
What's that for?
She said to tell you she thinks you'll romp it in. She's coming over here after the meeting. She's got some quotes to show you for redoing the walls.
Oh, thanks, Rosie.
Well, what's this about redoing the walls?
Oh, I thought it might be nice to brighten the old place up. We're going to repaper.
Oh, looks all right to me.
You haven't lived with it for the last 10 years. Let's hope after this afternoon I can still afford it. Oh, what the hell. I'll romp it in.
How long will you be in Sydney?
I should be back by tomorrow morning at the latest. I'll say goodbye to Mother.
Susan, you haven't been rearranging things in my room, have you? I seem to have lost something.
No, I haven't. What are you missing?
It's an old photograph. Everything else is there except that. You haven't seen it, have you, darling? It's of a man in an Air Force uniform.
Sorry. Who do you know who's in the Air Force?
Oh, an old friend. It's not really that important. It's just I don't know what could have happened to it.
I haven't got time to help you look, Mother. Got a plane to catch. I'll give your love to Gordy. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, of course, the board meeting. Well, I'm sure I didn't leave it lying around. I know I'm not remembering things very well lately, but I'm positive I didn't.
Calm down, huh? We'll have a good look. I'll probably find it somewhere in here. You must have just put it down and forgotten about it.
You know who it is, Dad?
No. No, I don't. The face sort of rings a bell, but damn it if I know where from.
Think, Dad.
It's a long time ago, John. I'd probably met him somewhere back then, but I can't remember.
Well, I'll leave you with it until tomorrow. We get back to work. Well, it might come to you if you keep looking at it.
Sure.
Give it a try, please, Dad.
Sure, I said I would.
Thanks. Better get moving. Bye, Mum.
Bye, love. Are you sure you don't really...
I said I didn't, and I mean it. His name's Martin Healy. We used to go to the same school, and he was a few years in front of me.
Why did you tell John that? How did he know Patricia?
He moved out of the area and used to come back for dances, things like that. See his mates, I suppose. I never had much to do with him till one night I went to see Pat and he was there arguing with her.
Were you going with her then?
for a few weeks. Anyway, he left, and Pat told me he'd been pestering her, and she finally told him about us, that we were serious. I suppose he could be the bloke that got her into trouble.
Seems likely.
It's only a guess, love. I still think it's wrong to tell John. I don't want him chasing after Martin Healy, thinking he's his real dad when he's got no proof.
David, be honest with yourself. The only reason you don't want to tell John his name is because you're frightened of losing him. But I can't tell you what to do. Only your conscience can do that.
You're having a good snooze there, aren't you, son?
Great, Dad.
Crazy.
You look like a real professional.
He's having a good nap. He's been quiet as a mouse for the last half hour.
You ought to take up babysitting as a part-time job.
Now, don't laugh. I'd be better than some of these young Gerties they have. How's the barbie?
Oh, great. Lots of food and all that.
Oh, good. So it was worth going.
Yeah, it sure was.
I'll be in touch with your mum.
Well, nice to see you both had such a good time.
Yeah, well, actually, I didn't enjoy it too much.
Oh?
Well, it made me think about what I was missing out on. All those photographers and journos. Just made me a bit depressed.
Now enough of that. You wait. I bet you enjoy the bank more than you think. I would if I was surrounded by all that money.
Yeah, but it's not your own.
Makes you work for it, though. Look, why don't you take him over for a bit? Give him a bit of a walk. He'd enjoy that.
Here we are. And, thanks.
What for?
You know.
Sounds as though you had a good time. Do you think I should allow for some more mushies?
Oh, they make a good flavour.
I think I might turn it into beef stroganoff.
I got another offer for a job.
Oh, yes? That's good.
It sounds really great, and the money would be good.
Looks like you're going to do well.
The trouble is, I can see it causing lots of problems. Well, I've been thinking about it since they offered. I wonder whether I should ring Drew and tell him I can't do it.
What's so hard about it?
Well, it's in Sydney, and it'd be for 2 weeks.
Oh, that does make a difference.
Yeah. Well, it's really wonderful to have been asked, and the money would be good. But I don't know how I could even bring it up with Kevin.
The way things are with him, it is a bit of a problem.
Exactly. And there's Davy. Well, it's bad enough leaving him for a few hours, but to take him away from everything he's used to, and... Oh, I don't know.
I suppose you could leave him with us.
Oh, I couldn't leave him behind. I just couldn't. The agency said they'd organise someone to mind him while I was working. But I wouldn't like to leave him with a stranger all that time.
I agree, love. Still, obviously the job would be good for both of you. No, the money, that is. Why don't you talk it over with Kevin, see if you can't sort something out between you?
Even if he didn't mind, there's still Davy.
There is a possibility. What about Fiona?
Oh, I don't know.
What I mean is, how about I ring and see if you can stay with her, and perhaps she can look after him when you're out working? It wouldn't be much different to what it is here, then, would it?
No. Oh, that'd be great.
Right. You go and get changed and have a chat with Kevin. If he goes along with it, I'll ring Fiona and ask her.
Oh, thanks. You're great.
When is it, the trip?
Day after tomorrow.
Well, you'd better do some fast talking then, hadn't you?
Seems to be going all right. They're all nice and relaxed.
Don't be fooled by their smiles, Rosie. They can be as pleasant as they like, but some of them are the reason for this meeting. I want a vote of confidence from them all so that I can get on with the job without any further interference.
How are you, Rosie?
Fine. Talk to you later.
Okay. What are you doing here?
I'm here on Mother's behalf.
I have her proxy. I see. Don't get too carried away. The reason for this meeting is to clarify Ramberg's situation and to see what can be done about dragging it out of its financial problems. Perhaps the real problem starts at the top.
Excuse me.
Feel free. I must say, it doesn't look much like a meeting. I hope when we get down to business, the cocktail party's forgotten. I wanted it to be casual. That you did.
Good to see you, Rosie. Paul, darling, I'm so sorry I'm late.
Don't worry. Problems.
Oh, what's up?
No, I don't think it's going to go as smoothly as we thought. Wayne's arrived with Patricia's proxy.
Oh, you've got to be joking.
I wish I was. And he's hinted that the problems are at the top.
Meaning Gordon?
Obviously. He's got something up his sleeve.
Wayne wouldn't hurt his dad's chances. I wouldn't bet on it, Rosie. He could be a lot worse than Patricia.
Yes, he's going to try something to get back at him.
Well, we'll just have to make quite sure he doesn't then, won't we?
Want to take him?
Good on you, Tiger.
Kevin, today at the barbecue I got another offer for a job.
Ah, good on you.
Well, I haven't said I'll take it yet because it's for 2 weeks in Sydney. Well, if you don't like the idea, just say and I won't go. Well, they said they'd arrange everything so I could have Davy with me. And Fiona would probably put me up and mind Davy while I was working. Well, I'm worried about taking him away from home and about leaving you here, but it would be worth a lot. We'd have quite a bit to put in the bank and we'd be able to pay your mum and dad at least 3 weeks' board in advance. Oh, it's up to you. Whatever you think's the best thing.
What did you think I'd say?
Oh, Kevin.
Hey, careful of Tarzan.
Oh, well, I won't tell the agent until your mum's rung Fiona. Oh, I love you.
I'm well aware, or rather my mother is well aware, that my father inherited a lot of problems when he became managing director. But results are what the game is all about. The results have not been there and don't look like happening.
That's what I've been talking about.
Queensland should never have happened.
There were good reasons why Queensland failed. I mean, that's the most ridiculous thing I've
That was set up long before I took over, and you know it.
Could we have some order, please?
One way, fascinate. My mother, Patricia Hamilton, has left it to my discretion to decide whether or not to support my father or whether to support Richard Coleman's challenge for the role of managing director. I would very much like to hear what my father has to say regarding the steady downhill slide of Ramberg since he took over. That's all I wish to say.
Please. Mr. Hamilton, would you now care to address the board?
Thank you, gentlemen. Fiona? The purpose of this meeting is not to discuss any challenge to my position, but rather to ask you all for a vote of confidence in the job that I'm doing. I think you'll agree there is a subtle difference. When I took over, the first point I made was that things would get worse before they improved, due mainly to some rather hasty decisions that were made prior to my appointment, and which I'm sure some of you now regret. At that time, you all assured me of your support. However, it hasn't taken long for those same hasty decisions to be made about my handling of things. Now, I'll be frank with you. I'm more than a little annoyed at receiving panic calls at any time of the day or night about any setback, no matter how trivial. In the case of Queensland, certainly we lost. We could have had a chance if we'd been able to raise finance in time. However, luck was not on our side. Queensland was a mess long before I took over, and I think you'll have to agree that the moves I made to save it damn nearly worked and would have had some of you not panicked.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be.
However, I take full responsibility for the loss of the company. A few things I have done, I believe, well. I've cut back on costs as far as I dare. Our cash flow is therefore looking healthier, and combined with the sales approach I've instrumented, have resulted in increased orders, some 15% in fact above what was projected for this period.
Fair enough.
Also, there's been a slight upswing in the value of our shares, 2 cents this morning, for those of you who didn't read your papers. And I expect the trend to continue, but only if I am allowed to proceed without continued interference and without being questioned on every detail. I am aware that some of you believe Richard Coleman should be sitting in my chair. Now, that's what this meeting is all about. I want a vote of confidence from you all. I feel I cannot proceed in my position without your unanimous support. If the vote is not unanimous, you can consider my resignation tendered.
Resignation? No, it can't possibly. Oh, Gordon, you know what you've done. You've given Wayne what he needs to get rid of you.
I need the support of the whole board, Fiona. If I don't get a unanimous vote, I won't have it, will I?
No, you can't let this happen. You will lose.
Order, gentlemen, please. Order. I propose a motion declaring the confidence of this board in its managing director.
Seconded.
Gentlemen.
You have my vote.
The motion is carried.
Love is very strange. It was Rosie's Canapes that swung it. More sherry, anyone? And so my showbiz mate Lindsay makes another appearance with the Ramberg board. I asked him all about the sepia everywhere.
I have to say that looking at the series now in retrospect, I think Grundy were trying to save money on electricity bills because the Hamilton household is always half lit. In fact, it wasn't until I stepped out of the shadows that you actually saw me as the Doctor.
Yes.
And I think, why didn't they switch on some more lights? Whereas Fiona's place and others tend to be quite well lit, but the lighting is a disaster in the Sydney house.
But of course, Gordy said he's going to redecorate the Sydney house, and it's been sepia for 10 years. What colour do you think he should make it? Beige? Tan? Or maybe a complete change like taupe? More tomorrow, 1:30.